Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all. Could I ask those who are arriving to take their seats? We apologize for starting late, but nevertheless, it was for a good purpose that we are starting late. As your program director, I take this opportunity to recognize our Director, Research and Innovation, Professor Jiri Banjwa, our keynote speaker, Deputy Director, Dr. Moboneni Muofi, who is the Deputy from the Department of Science, Technology, and Innovation. Our guest speakers, Dr. Sean Cunningham, who is the process consultant from the Mesopotamia. Our panelists, who will be taking over as the red indicated in the program. I do welcome you all, those who are present here and those who are virtually present. I welcome you to our second day of Research and Innovation Week. Today's focus is on bridging the gap between academia and industry. It is a pleasure to be your program director, as my name is Professor Peter Juho in the research office. We note that today's topic sits at the heart of innovation and process. We know academia and industry for too long operated separately, where academia pushed the boundaries of knowledge, whereas the industry applied it. Because of the emerging challenges that are more complex and interconnected, it is now time to enhance our collaboration. Therefore, we have to take this opportunity to rethink the relationship that exists between us as the researchers and the real world application, whereby turning theory into tangible impact with solutions that change the life of our communities. Let us be open to discussions on how we go beyond publications and align research ideas by sharing our strength and building sustainable partnerships that benefit both academia and industry, and timely serving our society as a whole. Without few, please join me in welcoming our Professor Jiri Banjwa, who is the Director of Research and Innovation, to officially open and welcome us. Let's give her a clap. Professor Jiri, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Program Director. Let me start by recognizing our keynote speaker here, Dr. Mboneni Maupe, the Deputy Director General from the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation. We really appreciate you coming here, Doc. Dr. Sean, you are recognized as well from Meso Partners. Our panel members, they were here yesterday. We welcome them again. Warm welcome to Ms. Patega from CSIR, Nelly Sakete from TIA, Zakele Ngubo, the Founding Director, Innovation Research Commercialization Agency, and Ms. Tuli Komizwayo from CSIR. You are all welcome. We are going to have the presentation online as well. from Dr. Maggie from Rhodes University. I'm not sure if she has already joined. She is also welcome in this particular event. We have also our own professor who will be doing the presentation today, Professor Zoliswa Figelepi Tswane. We welcome you, Prof. Today's theme, it is directed to innovation. Our focus yesterday was more on decolonization of research for impacts as well as for global change, of which I think we had very fruitful conversations with regard to that particular theme. So today's themes is also related to yesterday's themes. However, now we are more focusing on innovation. We are more focusing on employability of our students as well as our economic growth. We are actually talking about emphasizing on the issues of practical solutions and the impact as we started yesterday. Let me mention that the University of Zululand, it is the only comprehensive university that is located in the northern KwaZulu-Natal. And we are saying, since we are the only university in the northern KwaZulu-Natal, we want to ensure that research and innovation working together with the industries around northern KwaZulu-Natal is our priority. And that commitment is shown within our strategy, whereby we are saying the focus is to increase the research and innovation growth. And we want to escalate industry-related research as well as innovation. So the institution's commitment itself to the realization of the goal through commercialization of innovations that are displayed over the projects that we have in the different faculties. So maybe just to give you a brief background, DDG, our university is very strong in food innovation. So we are working on several indigenous projects, indigenous plans to produce different products that can be commercialized. But then currently our challenge is that we do not have manufacturing facilities. So we are saying we want to embark to a study, a Raleigh study, that's why Sean is also here from Mesopartner, to actually assist us in starting Raleigh's exercise, because at the end of the day, we want to have the technology station or the innovative hub. That's why we will be starting with the Raleigh's study with Dr. Sean there. So we are begging for facility that can assist with cutting edge research and manufacturing of these food products. It can be either a technology station, as I've already mentioned, or it can be an innovation hub. That will assist us as UniZulu to ensure that we produce graduates that are skilled and that are actually matching what is required within the surrounding industries. It will also ensure that our research do not just remain by confining in the journal that we use to publish for, but they assist in informing practical solution and solving the challenges that are confronted by the society. It will also ensure that there is innovation at University of Zululand and there is also commercialization. So currently, every year as the university, we are doing our best to prepare our students, to prepare our graduates. But then the question remains, do we really cultivate well-educated? Do we really cultivate well-skilled graduates capable of contributing to economic and social development of our country? That's why bridging this gap is important to us. That's why the collaboration between academia and industry is important to us, so that at the end of the day, we ensure that we produce skilled graduates that are capable to contribute in our economic growth. I've already mentioned that our objective is to ensure that we escalate industry-related research. How are we intending to do that? We want to ensure that we have collaborations, we have multi and interdisciplinary research. We want to explore new innovative ideas that will have impacts to our societal challenges. We need to find mechanisms to enhance linkages between university research and industrial innovation. That's why we are even talking about manufacturing facilities, and that's why we have already started negotiating in terms of Raleigh studies as well. So the stronger academic partnership and industries will yield the multiple benefits in our university, which include research innovation, which include entrepreneurship, ecosystem. Well, maybe I need to mention that as well, that as the university, we want to embed entrepreneurial education in our curriculum. Why we want to do that? We want to ensure that we actually close the gap of mismatch of skills. We want to ensure that our graduates acquire relevant skills that industries are looking for out there. The collaborations will also encourage the interdisciplinary collaboration in all 4 faculties, because we have Faculty of Science, Engineering and Agriculture, Commerce, Humanities and Social Sciences, and Education. So we are saying the industries need to work together with all these 4 faculties in interdisciplinary research, so that at the end of the day, all the faculties, they can contribute to innovation within our institution. We already have some of the MOUs and consortiums, and we are saying we need to continuously be in discussions with industries to have these MOUs and prioritize the research in signing those MOUs, and we implement accordingly. And as University of Zululand, to ensure we bridge the gap, we want to ensure we incentivize knowledge transfer, because it is through knowledge transfer, technology transfer, as well as patents that we can be able to be innovative and that we can be able to commercialize the products that we have. With those few words, ladies and gentlemen, I declare Day 2 of Research and Innovation Week open on behalf of Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Kunene. Thank you very much.
Let's give a stronger clap. Thank you very much, Director, Professor Jiri Bajwa, for welcoming us and also welcoming the guests. And also for reminding us that University of Zululand has one great advantage, being located in a very nice place, which is the northern KwaZulu-Natal. You have indicated the route the university is undertaking, getting onto the food innovation and indigenous knowledge involvement. And you have indicated to us the approach the university is taking to look for what is lacking in terms of manufacturing facilities. For there has been some innovations that this university have already established that have potential. You have indicated that you have looked for collaboration with the industry And we are in the process of signing more MOUs, which is a great direction that the university is taking. Establishment of our innovation hub will really be a milestone. And you have indicated that the university has taken the commitment to produce graduates with the skills that are required in the industry. And you have indicated also the commercialization angle we are undertaking with the industry and inviting the industry. Our various faculties are already ready to undertake that multidisciplinary research that will have benefits in various ways. And ours is to have postgraduates, graduates that we release to the market to be great competitive, to be at the edge, because you realize there are other universities producing graduates. But for us to be there, it requires that you have an upper edge. And the upper edge, you have realized the university has taken that route of ensuring that our staff impact skills that are required in the industry. So this collaboration is very timely, and we are very grateful, Prof, for that highlighting. To proceed on, we are privileged to have before us Dr. Boneni Murphy, who is the Deputy Director General for Socio-Economic Innovation Partnerships at the South African Department of Science, Technology, and Innovation. He has previously served as the DG for International Resources and Cooperation and for Technology Innovation within the same department, with extensive experience in both national and global innovation systems. Dr. Murphy has worked across scientific research, international cooperation, innovation funding, and the Department of Strategic Initiatives. He has led the implementation of key national strategies, including the National Space Science Plan, the Bioeconomy Strategy, and Hydrogen South Africa. Currently, he oversees the integration of science, technology, and innovation into government planning, the modernization of critical economic sectors, and the development of new growth areas such as the circular and digital economies under South Africa's SDI white paper. We can never be that lucky to have a Deputy Director, Manager General to be with us and share his experience and knowledge with us. Please join me in welcoming him onto the podium.
Good morning. Good morning. I just want to make sure that you know these days, even when you are trying to register something on the computer, it asks you, so the computer asks you if you are a human being. So I must say good morning, and I must be sure that it is it is human beings that I'm talking to. And the only way I can really be assured of that is when you respond. So firstly, let me just thank the leadership of the university for the invitation. I was just being reminded that today, just as it was the case last year, the 7th of October, I was at this university talking to the same audience. So it looks like this is really going to be our day or my day of being at this university. Next year, 7th of October, we are meeting here. But then the hall will be full. I think the topic that you've given me is quite interesting. While I'm going to be talking about what I'm going to be talking about, I'll also need to really reflect on what do we mean when we talk about the decolonization of research and innovation. Because sometimes we tend to think that those are just political terms. We know that for centuries, actually, we are where we are today because research has been the engine of human progress for years. But one of the things that we have lost over time is this whole concept of relevance and context of research. And this is really, for me, at the core of decolonization. It's about how do we make sure that whatever we are researching actually speaks to the needs of the people around us. When people look at UKZN, those that are just outside of the walls of this university, do they see the elite walking in here who are complete, or do they see people who are working to resolve the challenges that they are dealing with on a daily basis? And this, for me, is really the concept of and the center of decolonization. When we move into the whole rethinking of what we do, next is then to ask, what actually do we use to measure our success as a university? And in this instance, as researchers, as students, and as innovators. Universities have got these rankings, and I've seen a lot of vice chancellors are very proud to write that, oh, this year my university has moved to 300 and whatever in the world, or to, which is really, I think, very exciting. But what are those things that you are using to measure your impact? Are they the things that matter? Or they are things that are just there for you to brag? And that's basically is what we need to ask ourselves here. And a lot of the engagements that I appreciate you probably have had and you're going to have today will also relate to how do you actually make sure that when you set a research agenda speaks to what you want to do and the impact that you want to have. Now, we therefore need to really restructure, even for us in government who are coming up with support instruments and prioritizing research. What actually do we prioritize? Do we want a University of KwaZulu-Natal or University of Zululand that is leading in researching diseases that are completely irrelevant to the people here? Now, one of our big challenges in South Africa around health issues, for example, is the growing impact now of non-communicable diseases like HIV and AIDS and so forth, but now we have got this explosion of NCDs. Now the question is, what are we doing around them in a manner that we are going to inform what we do? So that when we say that we got this university look at the aspect of food security and food innovation, what kind of food are we promoting? And I've had an engagement last year. I traveled to China looking at the whole concept of the modernization of agriculture, which is one of the areas that we're supporting. And there were people who were looking for money from the Chinese government, from the African continent. I'm not going to mention country names. And they wanted money to do research on rice, which I thought was good. Until I asked a question. So where this university that is going to do this research is based, your context and your surrounding area,